Okay, step 15, copy your last layout and rename it to existing plan, elevation 1 and elevation 2. Okay, let's go back to our drawing. To copy this layout, before I copy it, I kind of make sure that I fix any problem in this one. For example, I check if this is in the right layer. See, it should be on layer wipeout. So by fixing any problem when I copy it, there is no need to go and fix the other one too. If I have any text, if you have a title block, it's a good idea to check everything before copying your layout. To copy a layout, you select the layout, right click, move or copy. Create a copy, move it to the end and press OK. Now I have two layouts, layout and layout 2. Here I select this one and I rename it to existing plan. And I modify the viewport. I double click to activate it. I find my plan. I kind of place it in the center. Then let's go back because I'm gonna do 2-3 steps together. Use viewport, insert your elevation and plan. Plan should be 1/2 inch scale. So I go back here, activate the viewport, and I go set the scale to 1/2 inch. Okay, this is good. Okay, next go to the next viewport. I activate my viewport, find my elevation. Okay, the first one, and I put it here. The elevation I want it to be in 3/8. So I go back here and I set the scale to 3/8. Okay, then I just kind of organize it in the page. Then I lock it. Okay, when I set up my viewport, it's a good idea to lock it. Then I want to modify the shape of my viewport. See, I don't need it to be that big. I make it a little bit smaller here and a little bit smaller here. I want to fit 2 elevation in each page. So I move this one. I turn off the ortho so I can place it here. Then to have the other elevation, the easiest way that I would do, because the way that I did my elevation, they are all aligned and side by side. So it makes it easy to do the next viewport. I just copy the same viewport. See, I'm copying this one, okay? And I place it on top of the existing viewport. See, I grab this corner and I placed it on top of it. So then I click once on the viewport to be able to modify it. I grab this handle and I go this way to see the next viewport. And I grab this handle to make this one smaller. See, now I have 2 viewports and they are aligned and they look good. Now I would copy the next viewport. I waited till now because when I do it this way, I can copy this one, create a copy, and I can move it to the end. And I already have my elevation, see? And the viewport is set up, the scale is set up. The only thing is I just erase one of them. I click on it and I can just easily again modify it to get to the next elevation that I need. Actually, this is the one that I need. Then I move it. So the ortho, when it's on, it goes to the right place. Copy again. I need one more elevation. I'll do the same thing. Grab this corner and I place it there. So I have two viewports on top of each other. Click once, grab this corner, and I go all the way to see my next elevation. I grab this one and I make it smaller. Then maybe I move both of them a little bit this way. Okay, now I have to go and change the name. See this one, I want to make it to elevations and 1, and I rename this one to elevations 2. Okay, so now I have all the pages that I needed. Now I go and add the symbols. You can insert the symbols, or you can copy and paste them from the other layout that you have. So I would just select the elevation symbol and drawing title, Control C and Control V here. Usually we try to kind of align this with the plan, and I just move this one and I place it maybe here. This is existing plan, so I double click, go here, and I change it to existing plan. The scale is 1/2 inch, so I change it to 1/2 inch. The page number, you have to set it up the way that it's right. We don't have title block, so I just leave it like that for now. Okay. This one, I leave it for now. I'll come back and fix them later. The next thing that I want to do, I want to add dimensions. First of all, I go select the right layer. See layout dimension. Then I go to annotate to make sure I'm using the right type of dimension. I have many types. We are in layout, so I select layout. Then I go with linear. So here we measure the interior walls. This is what important for us. So maybe here, then I go with continue, again interior and interior. If I want to add the overall or the wall thickness, I do it in different layer. For example, from here to here, but different layer, I'm in different layer of dimension. See, this is one step. I move it that way. I go to continue. I'll go all the way here and here. So see, now I have the main information for my interior walls, and I also have the overall and the wall thickness. Now I go this side. Again, I go and measure, for example, the distance to the door. I go continue, the door opening, and distance to the other side of the wall. I start another dimension. This time I want to add the wall thickness and overall here and here. We can do the same thing for all 4 sides. For example, distance to the window, I place it here, continue. Now I have the window opening and distance to the other side. Then I go and measure the wall thickness. If you want, you can put the wall thickness, because we are just dealing with interior, so maybe you don't need it. And then the overall and this one. See, when I use continue, just set it up for me. Then I come down and add the dimension here. Okay, put it here. Maybe I move this later a little bit lower. Continue to here. Or you know what? I don't need it. I have the thickness of the wall. If I really want to do it, I move this one a little bit lower. And even if I want, I can move the plan. Say open a window like that, that my window has my viewport and all the dimensions. Accept it, and I just move it a little bit higher. Then I come back, and if I want, I add this thickness of the wall here. Continue. Even, for example, I can add the thickness of this wall and the overall this part. So let's move on to the next page. Here again, I need to put the drawing title. Control V, I have it. Or here I just use insert. I enter, and I would find, okay, with drawing, because this called drawing title. See, I just type D, drawing title with line. I select it, and I kind of align it with this. Then asking me the reference number. This should be elevation A. The page number, we want to refer to the page D1, because if anybody want to see this elevation and plan, they have to go to page D1. So I keep this one D1. The scale is 3/8. 3/8, not 13/8. 3/8 inch equal 1. And the name of this one is elevation A. Okay. Okay, that's perfect. Now I copy this one. I select this corner as my base point, so it would have the same distance from this corner. Okay, even if I haven't create the other elevation, it was kind of better, because now I have the drawing title too if I copy it now. So I had more information, but it's okay, it's not a big deal. So here I would just modify this one. This would be elevation B, and this one would be elevation B. The scale and everything is the same. So what I would do, let's add the dimensions here. So what is important for us now, it's the height of the baseboard, height of the room. Okay, we don't need to know what's the height of the baseboard to the ceiling. Okay, the height of the baseboard, height of the room, and maybe the door height. So I add it maybe inside. If you have room, we can do it like that. And even I can add the height of the, the molding around the door. And that's it. If you are designing this room, you want to specify where they have to place the painting, you can put the dimensions from the center of the painting or the bottom of the painting, something that it kind of help them to install it. And maybe, I don't know, again, maybe center to here. Then I move to the next one, the height of the baseboard. the height of the room, and I go here and add the height of the closet. As you can see here, the hidden line, it doesn't show. So what we have to do, you have to activate your viewport, go to Home tab, and go here in Property where we choose different type of lines. Go to Other and make sure that you can see the detail. If you don't see the detail, click on Show Details and uncheck this box. Press OK. Next thing, you just type RE spacebar, regenerate the drawing. And it's perfect for this one. I activate it and I just regenerate drawing, and this one is good too. So what I can do next, I can just copy maybe this one, Control C, or when I can use clipboard. See, I select it, then I right click, go to clipboard, copy with base point. So now I have it exactly from the same corner and the same distance. If I go here and I press Ctrl V, AutoCAD would copy it, paste it, and I click here, exactly the same distance from that one. Then I can use copy this one from this corner to here. Then I add dimensions. Even the whole dimensions, the height and everything is the same. I want you guys to put all the dimension, the baseboard and height of the room in all 4 elevation, because when I'm marking, so I can easily give you guys the full mark. Okay, so here I guess it's fine. If you really want it, you can add the height of this opening, but it's not necessary because we have it in the elevation. So we have the baseboard height of the room, the same thing here, baseboard and height of the room. Then I measure from the floor to the window opening. Then I go continue, I go annotate, continue to have the opening of the window and just show the thickness of the frame, and that's it. That's enough. What I would do, I would just double check if it prints nicely. I go to continue. In this case, previews. Make sure you're using the right plotter style, the right paper size. Okay, see, it looks good. I don't see the viewport, and the line thickness, they're okay. Oh, see these two, I have to change them. So I go back here, cancel. See, this is elevation D. We can see it on page D1. And this is actually elevation D. And this one is elevation. Sorry, this is elevation D. My bad. This is elevation D. We go in order, A, B, C, D. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is elevation D. And this is, both of them should be elevation C. And this one is elevation C. So this is elevation C with the brick, and this window elevation D. So I go back to existing plan and I fix this information here. One way that I can organize it nicely, I can draw a rectangle 0.5, 0.5 and rotate it 45 degrees. and place it here, somewhere that I have enough room. Then I move this one from, okay, here, place it there. Okay, this is elevation A. Let me double check. Elevation A, I can see door. Elevation C, I can see the closet door. So this is elevation A. Then I copy this one, bring it here, and click on it. Grab the handle, make sure the ortho is on, and move it back from the center to here. This is elevation B, and I can see this elevation on page D2. This should be D2. This one should be D2. Okay, so then I can just copy again this one. This time I copy 2 times. I select this one, modify it with rotating this circle. This one is elevation C, and I can see it on page D3. This one is elevation D, and I can see it in page D3. Click on it, grab the handle, bring it there, and move it from here to here. And I don't need this one, and I erase it.